Hey everybody, it's Patrick. I hope you're having an amazing week. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me on Monday. Hope you really enjoyed that cross-body class. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to go do that. And for our practice today, what we're going to do is a lot of shoulder strengthening and stability stuff, as well as a bit of opening towards the end. So I think you'll really enjoy this one. Let's get to it. So let's go ahead and start sitting on your heels. You can have the toes untucked like I am here, or you can tuck the toes and try and squeeze the inner ankles together. For me personally, I really like to sit back and stretch out the bottoms of the feet with the toes tucked, but again, that can be very intense, especially if you're new to it, so don't feel pressure one way or another. And then go ahead and just close your eyes. Find a nice ease to your breathing, softness to your mindset. And even though we're going to do some physical work in this practice, let your nature be gentle. Let it be observant, let it be open. Let's go ahead and take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then blink the eyes open. Go ahead and come onto hands and knees. And if you'd like to tap the feet onto the ground a little bit because you had the toes tucked, feel free. But again, the more you do that, the more you get used to it, and there's really not as much tension there. So as you get into your hands and knees position, begin to circle the shoulders over the wrists a few times, letting the hands, fingers, elbows wake up. Find a little bit of movement side to side. Begin to wave the spine around a little bit. And again, it can be a very dramatic movement, something like this, a bit more swooping, sweeping, energetic sensation. And it could also be very subtle, just nice, easy, cruisy, as combined cruisy and groovy. But I guess that's what happens sometimes when you talk a lot. Nice little groovy, mellow situation. And one of the reasons I always like to start on hands and knees, to be honest with you, for one, it gets the wrists warmed up, acclimated, so they are protected for the practice. But for 2, we can also get a lot of these nice, big spinal movements, and I really enjoy moving the spine. I like to think every day is a good day to move the spine. Some days your legs are tired, your arms are tired, your core is tired. If you can get in a little bit of spinal movement every day, it's really good for the body. All right, let's begin to get into some of our activation stuff. So push into your hands, push into your right knee, and step your left foot back long. Really reach through the left foot. And see if you can drive the left toes into the floor as you reach the left heel back in space. Lift the collarbone slightly. Pull the belly button in, and then see if you can lift the right knee and right shin, right foot off the ground just an inch or a few centimeters. So you're holding here, you're feeling your hip flexor firing. And then try and keep your tailbone lifted as you pull the right knee up towards the right form. It most likely won't move very much at all, but you're feeling a lot more work in the arms and in the shoulders. Gently set the right knee down. Nice work. Drop the left heel to the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. So you're in a modified variation of side plank, something you're most likely pretty familiar with. Taking an inhale here, and then kickstand your right shin out to the side just a bit more so you have some stability. Hop onto your right fingertips, and then see if you can begin to float the right hand off the ground. Get long through your right side body, holding here. Reach through the arms with as much length as possible, fingertip to fingertip, and then maybe slowly begin to float the left foot away from the floor. So you're trying to float the hands and float the left foot. Only the right knee and right foot have a home on the ground. You'll notice, wow, that's kind of a lot on the core because you're working that instability in the side body. Nice work. Let the right hand land, let the left foot land. Push into the right hand, push into the left foot. And now let's take the opposite of what we just did, whereas we're trying to lift the right knee off the ground, and maybe we can lift the right foot off the ground too. See if you can squeeze the glutes and push the hips forward. All of a sudden, you're in a lot of side body activation. You can probably feel that squeezing action there. Hold for 4, 3, 2, on 1, right knee lands. Slowly return the left hand back to center. Let the left knee drop down to mirror the right. Take an inhale here, pull the chest through, open the heart as much as you can. On your exhale, round into your upper back body, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, return to neutral. We'll do this work on side 2. Step the right foot back in space, reach through the right heel. And then from here, begin to drive through the hands, beginning to vacuum the belly button in, and slowly float the left knee off the ground And if that feels comfortable, float the left foot off the ground too. And by comfortable, of course, it's going to be challenging, but I mean available. Like, can you lift the left foot? And if you can't, don't worry about it. Maybe you push the left foot into the ground a little bit there to generate more force. Try and keep the hips as they are and squeeze the left knee up in towards the left forearm, left elbow, left tricep area. Really lift the hip, get long through the back body, holding for 5, for 4, 3, 2. On 1, gently let the left knee lower to the floor. Drop the right heel down. Twist and reach your right arm up to the sky. Big, long opening there. Stretch through the right fingers a little bit more. Push through the left hand a little bit more in the modified side plank. And then begin to kickstand the left foot out to the side. Rise onto the left fingertips. Get long through the left side, waist side body. Holding here for just a moment. And then begin to float the left hand off the ground. So you're leveraging your upper body out past your left hip, reaching through the arms. And then from here, maybe you flirt with floating the right foot off the ground. And maybe it's all the foot besides the big toe. Or you're feeling adventurous and you can just kind of find the instability there. Maybe you even have a really big kneecap, and so this balance is a bit more available for you. And the nice thing I like about this balance is that no matter how often you practice it, it's challenging, right? You can get the activation, you can find your stability. It's really interesting to play with. Slowly let the left hand land, let the right foot land. And we'll do the exact opposite thing. So we're gonna lift the left knee off the ground. So push through left hand and right foot. And then begin to push the left foot down as the left knee lifts. And then maybe you lift the left foot as well. Keep stretching the right hand up. Drive through the left hand more. Holding here, try and push your left hip towards the right side of the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Right hand returns to the floor, mirroring the left. Right knee returns to the floor, mirroring the left. Take an inhale here. Inhale, pull the heart out, open the chest. And then exhale, round into your upper back body. Inhale, curve the chest back to its neutral position. Tuck the toes, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward, facing dog. So as you get here, begin to move through the hips a little bit, bend elbows and knees, shake shoulders and hips. Find some fluid energy in your body, helping you go from place to place. Good. And then go ahead and inhale, roll forward into your plank pose. And then from your plank pose, really push through the thumbs, lift the lower belly up just a bit more. And then roll back into your downward facing dog. One more time here, roll forward into your plank pose. This time we'll hold it, try and move through the spine like a wave to get there. Push into the right hand, drive the heels back in space. Feel external rotation through the upper arm bones and muscles. And then push into the right hand a little bit more. See if you can rise onto the left fingertips. Maybe even bring the left hand to touch the right shoulder. Holding here for 3, 2, on 1. Let the left hand land. Rise onto the right fingertips. Lift the lower belly up. Keep pushing through the left hand. Don't let your upper body collapse. Maybe bring your right hand onto the left shoulder for 3. You've got this for 2. On 1. Let the right hand land. Take an inhale there. And on the exhale, lower all the way to the floor in 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1. Let the hips land. Let the rib cage land. Oscillating cobra pose is next. Push through the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest up and away. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest up and away. And exhale, lower. 2 more here. Inhale, lift the chest up and away. And exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, lowering. Place hands by the chest. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Imagine that you're going to rise up to high plank pose. And you can do this with the knees down or knees lifted. But slowly lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Roll back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. On the exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. As it lands, lower your left knee down, twist and reach your right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Stretch through the fingers. Take a breath here, get just a little bit longer. On your exhale, bring your right hand to the floor. Keep your left knee as it is, push the hips back, and don't worry if this right leg straightens all the way, but of course it can, towards your half splits, Ardha Hanuman, lengthening the front body out and towards your foot. Bend the right knee, tuck the back toes, roll to the outer edge of both feet, reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Get long through the side body here. Breathe into your right shoulder as you open the heart. On your exhale, bring your right hand to the floor. Lengthen through the left hip and then straighten both legs, folding to the inside of the right leg. Take 2 more breaths here. Really try and pull the hips up and back. Lengthen through your lower back area. Breathe in through the collarbones as you reach the heart out. And then bend the right knee. Place the hands flat on the floor. Reach the right foot back to float next to the left so you're in a 3-point plank pose. And then again, we'll lower all the way to the floor with the right foot lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Let yourself land. Fingertips slightly wider than the mat, oscillating cobra pose, just 3 times here. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One bonus one, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Your journey back to downward facing dog through plank pose. If you want the added challenge here, tuck just the left toes, lift the left knee, point the right toes towards the space behind you, and then rise up to plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll back downward. Facing dog. Beautiful effort, you guys. Really fantastic work if you're sticking with all the challenges. Inhale, lift the left leg up. On the exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Lower the right knee down, twist and reach your left arm towards the ceiling. Get a little bit longer, a little bit taller here. On your exhale, left hand to the floor. Ardha Hanuman, your half splits. And again, I can't recommend this enough. It's so easy to get caught up in the aesthetics of needing to straighten the left leg. But if your knee is bent, that's just fine. Have an active foot and really pull the hips back in space. Be in a position that feels available to you today. Bend the left knee. Tuck the back right toes. As you lift the right knee up, you're going to roll to the outer edge of both feet, twisting and lengthening. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Get a little bit longer there. A little bit more lifted. Take an inhale. On the exhale, left hand to the floor. As your left big toe finds the ground, push your hips up and back in space, straightening through the left leg to the best of your ability. See if you can lean the chest out just a little bit further. Lift the lower belly up just a little bit more to lengthen the spine. And then bend the left knee. Your palms come flat to the floor. Step back to your 3-legged plank pose. Your left foot is lifted. Point through the left toes. Feel lift through the hip. And then lower towards the floor in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you land, set up for oscillating cobra pose. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. 2 more here. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Hope this is really helping you feel nice and strong through the back line of the body. Last round. Inhale, lift. Push the hips towards the floor. And exhale, lower. Place the hands by the chest. Your journey back to downward facing dog. If you want the challenge, tuck the right toes, push them into the floor, lift the left foot away from the ground. And on your exhale, rise up towards plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Push into the palms. Get a little bit longer through the inner arm as you tilt the tailbone up to the sky. And then take an inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to step, walk, or float your feet to the outsides of your hands for our active squat position. So make that journey now. How light can you move? Feet to outside of hands. Sit the hips low, active squat. As you find your active squat position, reach the arms forward, pull the knees wider, get longer through the low back, and then bring your right arm to cross in front of the chest. Hug your right bicep towards your chest with your left arm. So your left arm like catches the right elbow, pulls it in as much as possible. Lifting the lower belly here, sit the hips just a little bit lower. Challenge yourself. And then release the right arm, open back up, and switch. Left arm crosses, right elbow catches left, pull the left arm towards the chest. I'm trying to be really cognizant of the mic here so the audio stays nice for all of you guys. Keep reaching through the left hand, lift the chest at the hips a little bit lower, stay strong in the legs. Hold for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, reach the arms forward, sit the hips a little bit lower, finding the true depth of the position now that you've been here for a while. And then exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, sit the hips all the way down. From here, rise onto the tips of the toes. See if you can lengthen the tailbone back as you lean the chest forward, lifting the lower belly. And then keep sitting the hips back, keep sitting the hips back. Find a nice, strong position in your legs and feel connected with your upper body as you lean the chest out in front of you. The hands can be at heart center, maybe even in prayer position if that feels good. Trust your leg strength here. You're doing excellent. Lower the heels to the floor. Step back to your plank pose. Take an inhale in your plank. On the exhale, lower towards chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rise back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Immediately go side plank on your right hand. If you need to drop the right knee down, feel free. And when we do the push-ups, if you need to drop the knees down, feel free as well. Hold your side plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll onto the toes. Begin to thread the left arm underneath the right armpit, reaching the left hand towards the right side of your mat or the room as much as possible. Your left shoulder is tracking towards your right bicep. Try and be here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Land the left hand. Take the inhale here. And then again, lowering down towards chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Active in the left hand as you reach the right arm up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll onto the toes here. I know this is tough, but stick with it to the best of your ability. Reach the right arm underneath the body towards the left side of the mat. Reaching, 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 reaching for 5. Keep pushing through the left hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. Return the right hand to mirror the left. Take an inhale here. Lower towards chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees drop, forearms drop, look forward. Inhale, pull through upward facing dog. Let the heart lead the way. Push through the tops of the feet. Really create a bit of length there. A bit of opening. On your exhale, roll back downward. facing dog. Beautiful work. Take an inhale and an audible exhale. Ha. I know our practice has a lot of stability components in it today. I'm working up a bit of a sweat doing it. I hope you are too. We'll take one awakening A and flow just to kind of create a bit of rhythm in the body. So look long, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float feet to outside of hands. Let the feet land gently. Inhale, rise into your active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, sit the hips down. Inhale, hands to the floor, elbows bent. On your exhale, your vinyasa, moving through. Finding the rhythm for your chaturanga or push-up motion. Using the inhale to take you into upward facing dog. And the exhale rolls you back downward facing dog. We'll actually take one more of those to really create a rhythm. So look long, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float feet to outside of hands. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, sit the hips down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bent. Your vinyasa. Finding a rhythm as you move from place to place with strength, with control, and with awareness. As you find your downward facing dog, push into the palms, feel a little bit more lift through the hips as you tilt the tailbone down towards the floor. And then inhale, lift the right leg up. And on the exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Drop the left heel down. And inhale, reach the left arm up and overhead. So you're in Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Stay long through the left arm, really reach through the left fingers as you spin the left shoulder up a little bit more. Drive through the outer edge of the left foot just a bit here, and then rise onto the right fingertips. Stay long here, and then float your right hand off the ground in any capacity. Holding here, I know it's tough, but keep spinning the rib cage up for 4, for 3, 2, on 1. Let the right hand land firmly on the floor. Push into the right palm, push into the left foot, and then float the right foot off the ground. Try and be there for 4, for 3, 2, on 1, downward. Facing dog. Nice job, you guys. That is definitely not easy. And so if you're sticking with it in any capacity, you're doing excellent. Last round here, left foot steps to outside of left hand. Drop the right heel down, and then start by reaching the right arm up and overhead. Get a little bit longer there, stretch through the fingers. And again, just notice your starting position, your ability to reach forward through the chest, to lengthen through the rib cage, to get long through the right arm, and then rise onto the left fingertips. Lift the lower belly as you really reach through the right hand more. Hold firm in your stance, in your legs, and then float the left hand off the ground. So you can begin to spin the chest up, pushing through the feet, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, immediately land the left hand, push into the right foot, and then begin to float the left foot off the ground, any capacity. Maybe it's just the left big toe that's grounded, or all the toes, the left heel lifts. Either way, you're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Right hand lands, left foot steps to back of mat. On 1. Beautiful job. Deep inhale here. Roll forward to your plank pose. And then lower all the way onto your belly. Setting yourself up. Let your left arm go out like a T. Roll onto your left hip and step the right foot over behind the left knee. Hope you feel a bit of sweat just trickling down your face or the chest. A nice, active, aware body. You've already done the work, so now just enjoy being here. Enjoy the stillness. Slowly return to center and switch your side. Let the right arm extend out. And then roll onto the right hip. Due to the mic pack and the audio, I won't really be going as much into it, so trust your own intuition rather than looking at the screen. I just want to make sure that everything stays clear there. Essentially, let your shoulders stay grounded. Feel more restful. The position I'm in is just a bit more lifted, a bit more active, which is nice, but again, you've done plenty of activity, so let yourself be in a place of ease. Slowly return to center. Push in the hands, push into the knees. Lift up and back into downward facing dog. Driving through the hips. And then bring your right shin forward towards the top of the mat. Bring your left shin behind it. Sit into your Sukhasana, easy cross-legged seat. Take a nice tall inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Reaching the chest out. Be steady here. Close the eyes even. This is technically our last pose. We'll of course do it on the other side for the symmetry. But just feel a sense of release. Let effort begin to move away from your thought process, from your psyche. Go ahead, inhale, lift up. And then switch the cross. Take the left shin in front of the right. Elevate the front body. And then as you fold, lengthen the back body. Dropping down. After some of those active holds, this position feels really nice, even though it may not be the biggest. Definitely just has an easy quality to it. So many points of contact with the floor, easy to be grounded, easy to be simple, easy to find a breath even. But the word that's coming to my mind is humble, right? It's a very humble position, I feel. I just really couldn't find a beautiful way to string the words together, but that humble quality to this pose allows you to really breathe deep and sink in and find a sense of lightness. Go ahead and inhale, rise up. And then roll onto your back. Let the legs splay anywhere as you move into your Savasana, your closing pose. Take 3 deep breaths in your Savasana. Inhale. And exhale. Every exhale, feel the ribcage sinking towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Let the breath soften your mentality, your spirituality, your physicality. Last round, inhale. And exhale, let it all go. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope to see you again soon. Have an amazing rest of your week. Namaste.